Hey there, my name is Alex, I'm 31, and I recently moved to Arkansas to be closer to my older brother Tom. He's 3 years older than me, but I always looked up to him, and he basically raised me when our parents died. I was in high school when it happened, and he was able to finish college. He got a high-paying job at a really good company after he graduated, and we also got an inheritance from our parents' death. We weren't rich, but we lived very comfortably and were pretty much set for life. My brother also helped me get a low position in his company once I finished high school, and I was able to work my way up. He would always make more than me because of his education, but I wasn't jealous. We knew what jealousy looked like. After we inherited everything from our parents and got good jobs, our extended family would bother us every year around birthdays and Christmas, trying to get us to buy them expensive gifts. My brother gave in at first, buying our family everything they wanted until they began asking him to pay off their debts and buy them luxury cars. It got too much, and I begged him to stop giving them money. But once he agreed, our extended family began going after me too, making up stories to get me to buy them things.
Please, Alex. I promised my son a new car for his birthday. You wouldn't want to disappoint your cousin, would you?
You both have all this money laying around. What are you going to do with it all? You're not very grateful. You want your family to starve. Though all my friends have new gaming stations. My mom told me you guys are rich, so you should be able to give us some money so we can buy nice things. I wasn't tricked as easily, and I told them no, until finally we cut everyone off for good. We moved to another state, so our family couldn't find us anymore. And because the company we worked for was opening a new branch, they needed workers for. After that, it was my brother and I, just the two of us for a few years. Until my brother Tom met his girlfriend Brea, while the higher-ups at the office went out drinking to celebrate closing a deal with a successful client. Brea worked part-time as a waitress at the bar when they first met, and she gave him her number. They went on a date the very next day, when he got off work, and he told me all about it when he got home from the date. Her name is Brea, and I took her out to that fancy restaurant just down the street from our apartment. I think she is the nicest woman I have ever met. Isn't she the only woman you have dated since college? I don't know if that makes you a great judge of character, but I am glad you like her. The last girlfriend you had was in high school. What would you know about dating and women? You have a point, but I still think you should be careful before considering her the love of your life after just one date. I didn't say she was the love of my life, but now that you mention it, I think I'm going to ask her on a second date. I was happy to see him so excited about something. He is my older brother after all, and I just want the best for him. So, I listened to him talk about Brea after every date they had together. He had more and more he liked about her. There were plenty of good things to say, but I began to pick up a pattern. Every date they would go to a fancy restaurant, and he would always pay for her. I tried not to judge too much. I knew she was just a waitress and couldn't afford as much as we could. Besides, if my brother wanted to take her to nice places, I wasn't going to tell him how to treat the girl he liked. After 5 dates, he asked her to be his girlfriend, and of course, she said yes. I wasn't surprised. My brother was a very nice and successful man, and he deserved someone who loved him just as much. Still, I was really looking forward to meeting her after hearing so many great things about her. I got my chance a few weeks after they started dating, when Tom invited his girlfriend over to our apartment for the weekend. I had a few projects to finish up, so they got most of the weekend to themselves, until that Sunday, when I finally got to meet Brea. Hi, you must be Brea. It's so nice getting to finally meet you after all this time. Tom has told me all about you. He's really head over heels for you.
Oh, really? I'm glad to hear he likes me so much. I've also heard a lot about you, Alex. He's really proud.
I am really proud of Alex. It's good to see my two favorite people getting to hang out. I'm going to go grab some wine for us to share. I'll be right back. Once my brother left the room, Brea's whole attitude shifted, and she grabbed her phone while she sat on the couch. She didn't look at me the whole time as she began texting away and scrolling through her social media. I was surprised by the change, but thought that maybe she just wanted a break after spending a whole weekend away from home. I sat down awkwardly in a chair and gave her a few minutes, but my brother was taking a while trying to find the wine. I could hear him opening cupboards and rummaging around without much luck, so I decided to try to get to know more about Brea. So, Brea, how do you like your job as a waitress?
Huh? What? Oh, it's fine. Tom is in a higher position than you, right? Is he your boss?
He gets more promotions and better opportunities than me because of his education, but he isn't really my boss. We work in different departments. She became even more disinterested in me at the reveal that I made less than Tom, which was weird to me. Even weirder, she remained that way until my brother came back into the room with 3 glasses of wine. She instantly lit up and tossed her phone away, giving him her full attention and acting bubbly around him. I was instantly suspicious. She reminded me of the family members we had cut off for being all about our money. But I couldn't say anything in front of her. I couldn't say anything for a while because she drank the most wine out of all of us and had to stay the night. So I waited until she finally left the next day, but I didn't get a chance to talk to Tom until we were at work. I went to his office to meet with him and discuss what I thought about his girlfriend. I need to talk to you. I think Brea is being fake with you and just interested in your money. Huh? Alex, why would you say this? I thought you had fun with us last night. Brea said she is so happy she got to meet you. When you left the room, she was on her phone the whole time and didn't talk to me until you came back. Well, maybe she was just tired. Also, she doesn't know you very well. Maybe she didn't know what to talk about. We did talk a little bit, but just about work. She was asking weird questions, trying to find out which one of us makes more money. Well, did you try talking to her about anything else or only work? Besides, she doesn't make as much money as us, but she still pays for things sometimes when she can. Give her another chance. No, I didn't ask about anything else. I will try to give her another chance, but be careful. I know you worry about me, but I really think she's the girl for me. It's okay. I have to get back to work now. I tried to trust my brother knew what he was doing, but it didn't matter how many chances I gave Brea. She was always like a different person whenever he left the room. I continued to try to warn him, but I could see the more time they spent together, the more he was falling in love with her, and I got less chances to talk to him privately as she quickly began to move in with us. Their relationship was growing fast, and eventually Brea wanted just the 2 of them to find a house and move away. Tom didn't want to leave at first, but she kept telling him I was jealous of their relationship and that I secretly wanted her. She'd even say it in front of me. I denied it every time, but I don't know if my brother really believed me because he soon got another promotion and the opportunity to move to Arkansas and be in charge of a new building they company built. He took the opportunity, and Brea got what she wanted. I could afford the apartment by myself, but I was more worried about my brother, who was living alone with her. I called him every chance I got, but our conversations started drifting over time until I barely heard from him anymore. 6 months later, I heard about their engagement through a company email congratulating them. Apparently, he had also given her a higher-paying job as a secretary at his new building. I was sad not to hear this from him, but when I got home from work, he called me. Did you hear the news? Yes. Congratulations. Thank you. I want you to be my best man at the wedding. Sure. When is the wedding? It's 2 months from now. We couldn't wait any longer. I hope that isn't too short notice. No, I can go. Just email me all the information. I didn't really want to go, but it would seem Tom still didn't see the red flags, and the wedding could be my last chance to help him. I got the perfect plan and reached out to some of my coworkers to help me. While I helped my brother plan his wedding, my coworkers helped me create the final test for Brea. When the wedding finally arrived, I was very nervous, but I managed to find Brea before the ceremony could start. She was getting ready, and her mother let me in when I said who I was. Hi, Brea. It's been a long time.
What do you want, Alex?
I wanted you to see this before you agree to marrying my brother. This is his salary, and it's a lot lower than he told us it was. And I don't know if he told you, but he's been hiding thousands of dollars of school debt. He's not as rich as you think he is.
What? Brea, you told me he was loaded. Do you know how expensive this wedding was? If he can't pay it off, we'll be broke.
Let me see those.
Brea snatched the fake papers out of my hand and looked at them. She seemed convinced by the proof I made up and instantly stomped out of the room. Her mother and I followed after her as she found Tom and started yelling at him in front of all their guests.
I can't believe I've been wasting my time on a penniless loser like you this whole time. You told me you were rich, but you're barely making $100K.
What are you talking about? How do you think I afford all of these things? And besides, why does it matter? Don't you love me?
No, you're boring and you work all the time. I thought you actually had money, but if you don't, then I'm breaking up with you. Also, I've been cheating on you with 3 guys who make more money than you, and I'm going to marry one of them instead.
The whole room was surprised. Brea's mother stood behind her, but the rest of her family shook their heads in disappointment. Even her father looked ashamed of her and left the room. Most of our co-workers were attending the wedding too, and the ones who helped me revealed to her that the papers were faked. She realized her mistake and began trying to apologize, but it was too late. my brother finally saw who she truly was. He broke up with her on the spot and canceled everything, getting most of his money back because the wedding planner was present and saw the whole thing. Brea was charged for everything they couldn't get the money back for, and she had to move out of the house they bought. Most of her family, including her father, disowned her, and she lost her job working for my brother, which forced her to move back in with her mother. Brea's mother only had a low-paying job, and Tom was helping pay for her house when he was with Brea, but he stopped paying after that. One of the men Brea had been cheating on my brother with pinned a bunch of debt on her before disappearing. She had to pay it off, and within a few months, Brea and her mother were homeless. Brea had to go back to being a waitress since word spread about her and no other companies wanted to hire her. Sometimes I think I went too far, but also she deserves it for being a gold digger and cheating on my brother. What do you think?